Hi guys, it's Marc Zicree, Mr. Sci-Fi, also known as Marc Zicree Space Command, and I am in my 2001 shirt today. Isn't that cool? Keir Delay in 2001. Now that, interestingly enough, is one of a kind. When I was a teenager, my friends took me to an art show, one of those, neighborhood art shows with art on the little walls that have been set up, and you can see original paintings and buy them. And one of the artists had done this big canvas that was this very cool painting of Keir Delay from 2001. And it was probably around maybe 1970, 71, something like that. So it was very soon after the movie had been made. And of course, I loved it. And being a kid, I didn't have the money to buy it, whatever the price was. I'm sure it wasn't very much. But I did take a photo of it, and I've always loved it. And so finally, I decided to make a shirt of it. And therein hangs a tale. But the purpose of that lead-in regarding my shirt, since this is not titled Marc Zicree's Apparel, is that I love original artwork, and I used to be a visual artist. Many of you know that my degree is in painting, sculpture, and graphic arts, and that I was having gallery shows when I was a teenager, and I was working in many different media. I was working in oil paint and acrylic and charcoal and pencil and pen and sculpting and on, everything, lithography, etc. So, in fact, one of the perks in the most recent Kickstarter campaign was a book on the art of Marc Zicree, and we're pulling together all of those images from when I was a little kid, drawing spaceships and aliens and all of that stuff, to when I stopped doing artwork to get good at writing. And so I stopped drawing and painting and sculpting and all of those things more or less when I was about 21, 22 years old, around about when I got married to Elaine in 1977. So, but here's a story about Star Wars and me as an artist. Now, Star Trek, of course, was the big thing for me when I was a kid, 10 years old. It came on the air and warped me, made me into a little human bonsai tree that has stayed in that shape ever since. But Star Wars came out in 1977, just when I was graduating UCLA, just when Elaine and I got married. And because I wasn't a teenager or a kid, it didn't have the impact on me that it's had on many, many, many people, justifiably. But I still thought it was a really great movie and really enjoyed it. And when I was at UCLA sometime before that, I've told this story before, but there was a job on the UCLA job board, and there was a movie company looking for an artist, and they basically wanted someone who could do art in the style of Flash Gordon. And I took that very literally, and so I drew Flash Gordon. I drew Ming the Merciless, who was the villain in Flash Gordon. I'll show you what that looked like. This is the pen and ink I did of Ming the Merciless, and this is a color version I did of it. You can see this will all be in the Art of Marc Zicree book. But that said, and I didn't get that job, and it was only later I found out what movie it was and what job it was. They hired another guy, Ralph McQuarrie, and that job was to be a designer on the original Star Wars, which was called The Star Wars at the time. Now, I think they made the right choice, quite frankly. But when Star Wars came out, I liked it very much, and I only did one drawing related to Star Wars. Even though I knew many of the Star Wars artists, I knew Ron Cobb, my friend Ian McCaig designed many of the later Star Wars characters. But I was very taken with the movie, and I decided to do a sketch of Obiwan Kenobi. Now, this was my sketch of Alec Guinness in the role, because obviously Ewan McGregor had not played young Obi-Wan yet. So I was talking to my team, and we thought, wouldn't it be fun? First of all, I'll show you the drawing. Here it is. That's my drawing of Alec Guinness as Obi-Wan Kenobi. And I really, really like that drawing. And it's done in pencil. And my team and I have been talking, and we decided to do a limited edition of only 100 prints that I will sign and inscribe to the Space Command and Star Wars fans who buy them. So in other words, if your name is Marc Lungo, let us say, it would be to Marc Lungo, with all best regards, Marc Zicree. And so there's only 100 of these. There's only going to be 100 made. They're not cheap, but they're less expensive than, your average expensive thing. I mean, it's 1/5 of the price of the first car I ever bought when I was a teenager, and that was not an expensive car, and it was not a new car. But each one will be numbered, 1 of 100, 2 of 100, etc. And they'll look gorgeous, and you can certainly frame them and put them on your wall. and they will be a treasure if you're a fan of Space Command and a fan of Star Wars and want to help keep us going, making more Space Command and getting it to you guys. This is a great way to do it. So again, you know, it was so fun to see Alec Guinness in that role. He was iconic. He was one of a kind. If you've never seen him in other movies, definitely go see him in other movies because he's a wonderful, brilliant actor. Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy is another great role here. The miniseries, not the inferior feature, the original miniseries. He's terrific in it. So that's about it for now. We're going to be talking a lot more about Space Command and other science fiction things in the days to come. As you know, we're building sets. We're getting ready to roll camera on Sunday, and many adventures coming in the very near future. So thanks for everything, guys, and we will talk very, very soon. Bye.